2015 marks the 70th anniversary of the birth of the atomic age.
The National Museum of Nuclear Science and History, we tell the story of the atomic age from early development to today's peaceful uses of technology.
In the early morning hours of July 16, 1945, the world's first atomic bomb was detonated in the deserts of southern New Mexico. Less than a month later, the bomb was used on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan, bringing a swift and terrifying end to World War II.
This particular B-29 came out of the factory on August 9, 1945. That was the day that the U.S. Army Air Corps dropped the bomb on Nagasaki, Japan, and then the war ended several days later.
The National Museum of Nuclear Science and History is home to a B-29 Superfortress, a long-range, propeller-driven heavy bomber that served toward the end of World War II and throughout the Korean War.
This aircraft, serial number 45-21748, after it was commissioned, saw some action, we think, in Korea, but that has not been verified. And it ended up going to Davis-Monthan for storage. It ended up going a number of places, including Eglin for Norden bomb site. It tested the Tarzan and Raison guided bombs. And then it eventually ended up going to Chanute Air Force Base, where it was incorrectly displayed as Enola Gay. And then once Chanute Air Force Base closed down, this particular museum attained it from Chanute Air Force Base. It was brought here on, I believe it was 7 flatbed trailers, disassembled, brought on to Kirtland Air Force Base, assembled by a professional company, and it came to rest where it is now on Eubank Avenue in Albuquerque.
And while it's a stunning addition to the museum's Heritage Park, the brutal desert conditions have taken their toll on the aircraft.
So we are working every summer, every spring and summer, we actually choose one of the aircrafts to focus on and restore for everyone, for our community to enjoy.
Enter Operation Preservation.
Operation Preservation is our campaign at the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History to restore the aircraft at the museum.
The campaign is a 2-year-long endeavor aimed at repainting and refurbishing the iconic aircraft to their original specifications.
The restoration process is long and a lot of things that people wouldn't expect. The research going into just this aircraft on its history probably has 500 hours of research by interns. We've had to dig into declassified CIA records just to find out where it was, and we've learned some very interesting things about it. Its total paint job was a very large effort. We had to restore the entire exterior surfaces of the aircraft, which included the paint job. Tremendous amount of fuselage and body work needed to be done. Something that this museum does, we think is very unique, is we restore all the lighting on the aircraft. This B-17 has 17 lights just the way it came when it was flying. And so the lighting system on the aircraft is totally restored, all authentic.
The historic Superfortress was recently rededicated with museum members and dignitaries on hand, ushering in a new era for the majestic piece of living history.
It's a part of history, of New Mexico's history with the Manhattan Project, the creation of the atomic bomb. So all of our artifacts here at the museum, whether it's science, medicine, x-rays, things like an x-ray machine, our airplanes are something that at the museum, this is the only place that you can come in and walk right up to a piece of history, a behemoth piece of history, such as the B-29 Superfortress or the B-52 Stratofortress. So that is something that's very important to us, to make sure that it is at a level that everyone can really appreciate what it was in history and now.
For more information on how you can contribute to Operation Preservation, head over to CASA.com.